Was in the Mail on Sunday, and it's that if you are a woman, you can be strip searched by a trans woman if that person is a police officer. This is somebody who identifies as a woman. And according to the piece in the Mail on Sunday, it doesn't, the person who, this is why I said wrap a wet towel around your head. The trans woman who searches you doesn't have to be undergoing gender reassignment or look like a woman, according to the story. They just have to be living in their gender identity as female, if that is what they have decided. I think I'm clear in that. And this was a story that was uncovered by Cathy Larkman, who's a former superintendent for South Wales Police. She served in the force for, I think, several decades. And it struck me that this is quite an odd position for the police to take. Why would they have to formalise a situation where a woman can be strip searched by a transgender woman, i.e. a natal male who could be a biological male, who could even look, I think, like a male, although we will explore that. But if the lived gender identity and the feels like a woman, then the transgender woman is entitled to strip search. And I also want to explore with Cathy in a second what a strip search actually entails. They can strip search another woman. As I say, these are complex issues. The police position on this is that what matters in this case is the, as it were, the identity of the trans woman police officer, not the experience of any woman being strip searched. And I think Cathy Larkman says is, the woman has no relevance in this new development. Let's talk to Cathy, who joins us now live on LBC. Cathy.
Hello, Rachel. Thank you very much for inviting me on the show tonight. And I'm really pleased to be able to address this subject, because this is a subject that goes right to the heart of the dignity of women and girls, the privacy of women and girls, and their rights to. And it's a case where, sex matters in law, and the sex of the individuals should absolutely be respected.
So can you explain a bit more? Because as I was trying to explain the story, I was aware that there are huge holes in this, aren't there? A trans woman PC. Does this mean a trans woman who looks like a trans woman PC wearing female officer's uniform, or can this apply to a trans woman who has decided that maybe they don't want to transition, they want to retain their male characteristics? I mean, where are we on that for a start?
Well, reading the guidance that the National Police Chiefs Council kindly supplied to me after I initially wrote to them in October of last year, basically their stance within that guidance is simply as soon as the person presents as that gender, and the document conflates the issue of sex and gender all the way through. And as I said, this is a case where sex matters. It really does matter, because searches are governed
biological sex, you mean?
Yes, biological sex, absolutely. And the Police and Criminal Evidence Act is very, very specific in relation to searches. General searches of outer clothing, which can be carried out in public view, can be carried out by an officer of either sex. But PACE, as the Police and Criminal Evidence Act tends to get abbreviated to, specifies that for strip searches and for intimate searches, that these are out of public view and that these are carried out by an officer of the same sex. And that act is very, very specific. I noticed last year, in around about September, that there was a lot of online social media dialogue from women and girls, who were deeply, deeply concerned about sort of potential police actions and about the erosion of trust and confidence in the police and feeling safe with the police, particularly in the aftermath of the horrendous circumstances surrounding poor Sarah Everard.